Hello, my name is April Slocum and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do my first quarterly favourites video for you. That is my favourite things for January, February and March 2017, and I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube where people share their favourite things in each month of the year, but I decided to put my own twist on that and do quarterly favourites, which are my favourite things over 3 months. So let's begin. I have 3 film favourites this quarter. The first one is Ethel and Ernest, and the story behind me wanted to see if I was in October last year. My mum went to see it at her local arts centre and she recommended it to me on Facebook. And then I also found out it was going to be on over Christmas. So after Christmas I watched it on BBC iPlayer and it was very good. So I decided to buy the DVD. And I've also got the graphic novel that the film is based on that I'm going to show you a bit later. Being a huge fan of Disney, I have 2 favourite films made by them this quarter. The first is Moana, which is a CGI film where a headstrong teenager sets sail on a daring mission to save the people living on her island. During the mission, Moana meets Maui, a demigod who guides her in her quest to become a master. When you find her, the film is very colourful, and there are a couple of side characters, a pig and a chicken or a rooster that provide comic relief. And I think Moana is a very empowering character and to all women and girls, because she's not like any other Disney princess character, but she doesn't have a love interest or anything. The soundtrack is very good, so I think my particular favourite song is How Far I'll Go. And then Smiles and laughed at the film throughout, but it did make me cry a little bit at some point. And apparently the DVD is coming out on the 3rd of April, and I'll definitely put that on my birthday list. The other favourite Disney film of mine of this quarter is the live-action remake of Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, like the original animated film, and I remember watching it when I was a child, but it's one of those films that I wish I'd see more often as a child, because it's so stunning. Anyway, I went to see the film with a friend of mine and her former work colleague, and we all enjoyed it. I thought the set design, scenery and costumes are absolutely stunning. The musical numbers are great, and in terms of the characters, I particularly like how Cosworth and Chip and the teacup are designed. But the film does have a couple of weak spots, such as Emma Watson's singing. I mean, she makes a good bell, but I don't feel that her singing was the strongest part of the film. Also, I wasn't too keen on how Lumiere and Mrs. Potts were designed, but all in all, it's a very good remake, and I much prefer it to the live-action version of Cinderella, which was okay, but again, I prefer the original animated Cinderella film. In addition to Disney, I also love music, and I have a few favourite songs this quarter. So the first 3 are by Ed Sheeran, which are part of his new album called Divide. I see a theme going on here. I mean, his first album was called Plus, and I think his second one was called Multiply. Anyway, he named his third album Divided into so 5 songs, and I've heard for a bit are Castle on the Hill and Shape of You and some Galway Girl. No, I saw Castle on the Hill and Shape of You, even though I found that songs are quite similar to other songs. I think the Castle on the Hill, well, lyrically it reminds me of Lucas Graham's 7 Years, but melodically it reminds me of U2's Like the Streets Have No Name, and what's that song from 500 Days of Summer? Oh yeah, Sweet Disposition by the Temperature. And that's for Shape of You, it reminds me of Sea Is That Cheap Rules, which was the first thing I thought of when I first heard the intro to that song, and it also reminds me of Ace of Bases and All That She Was, and DJ Snake, Major Lazer and Mer's song, and Lean On. Another song I like, so this quartet is like Katy Perry's Chained to the Rhythm, featuring Skip Marley, who is Bob Marley's grandson. Yeah, I find a very catchy song with his call and kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but reggae and some calypso vibe, but I think it's the best song she's done since, I don't know, last Friday night or whatever, and I thought about it in Katy Perry for quite a while now, so like how she brought a new song out, that is very catchy. I grew up listening to Steps, and they were also devastated when they spread out on Boxing Day in 2001. But about 5 years ago they made a comeback, and then more recently they've made another comeback. I remember a new song called Scared of the Dark, which I like very much, particularly. It's disco vibe, and their new album, Tears on the Dance Floor, and it's a definite addition for my birthday list. My favourite book for this quartet is the Ethel and Ernest graphic novel. I mean, I've already shown you the DVD cover of a film, I decided to buy the original graphic novel as well, and the novel is an autobiographical story about how Ethel and Ernest, who are the parents of Raymond Brigg, the author and illustrator of the novel. It's about how they first met next, various several events that happened over the 20th century, such as World War II and the arrival of Raymond, as well as the excitement of the eating and the cultural alignment of the 1960s, as well as the introduction of television. I found the book to be quite beautifully illustrated with dialogue that's both witty and moving. And the book definitely captures the same illustration that some of the other books by Raymond and Briggs, such as The Snowman and Father Christmas. As a YouTuber addict, I'm always on the lookout for new YouTubers, and here's that big handful of that I discovered this quarter. The first one is a man called Patrick Barnes and his dog Quincy. And Patrick lives in Illinois in the United States, and his dog Quincy is an adorable and Bichon Frisbee. And then Patrick's channel is called Patrick Barnes Vlogs, where he vlogs his day-to-day life and antics with Quincy. And what I love the most about Quincy is that he exhibits special behaviours, such as sitting upright like a human being and imitating sounds that Patrick makes. For example, when Patrick says, woohoo! Chrissy makes that sort of woo kind of sound, and Patrick's vlogs often involve his brother Thomas, and Thomas also has his own channel, which I'm going to have a look at in more depth, and I might even feature it in my next favourites video that I'll cover April, May and June this year. A lot of the time I find out about new YouTubers when they watch my videos and comment on them, and one particular person that's done this is a girl called Katie, who is from Switzerland, and she has her own channel called What's Katie Up To. It's a mixture of beauty videos, fashion hauls, and more random videos. The first video I watched of hers was her 25 Facts About Me video, and it was an interesting way to get to know more about her. And she's subscribed to my YouTube channel as well. She gave me the nicest comment ever on my 60 Facts About Me video. Oh, sorry, I think that was my Fitbit buzzing in the background. Yeah, so she put a nice comment on my video saying that I put a lot of hard work and effort in there. Another YouTuber who was left quite a nice comment on one of my videos is Kayla from Kayla's World, where she's 15 years old and lives in South Africa. Her channel has a variety of content such as YouTube tips, for example, her valuable and helpful tips for new and small YouTubers video, and technology reviews, and fun tag videos such as the Would You Rather tag with her friends at Yonka. One of my favourite genres of video on YouTube is lifestyle. So recently I started watching quite a few YouTubers who make videos under this category. And the first two are Amy Jane from Hey Amy Jane and Bianca from Miss Binky Bean. So I've heard of them from another YouTuber I really enjoy watching called Brogan Tales, who I'm very excited to meet in her hotel room in Bournemouth on the 29th of April. I was in February. Amy, Bianca and Brogan got together at the YouTube space in London, and they filmed 3 different videos, one on friendship on Brogan's channel, one on mental health on Amy's channel, and one on boosting your confidence on Bianca's channel. And with the Amy Jane, her channel mostly consists of the Disney themes and beauty videos, and Bianca is from Portugal, and her channel includes some weekly vlogs and a series of videos called Story Time, where she shares her most messed up moments. A word of caution, Bianca does swear a lot on her channel, so it's one channel that you definitely shouldn't watch with your parents. In addition to the videos that Amy Jane and Bianca did with Brogan, all 3 of them went to Thorpe Park last April alongside the other foreign YouTubers. They're Hannah from Fabulous Hannah, Alice Thorpe from Always Sorry Alice, and Jasmine from Jazzy Bum. There was also 2 videos from Fabulous Hannah's channel I particularly enjoyed, were her little vlog of when she went to the Isle of Wight, because I went there last September with my parents, and it was a very enjoyable holiday. I've even made a series of vlogs of that trip, so I'll link those in the description box below. And then Alice Thorpe is the second YouTuber I've started watching on a regular basis besides Alice Snell. And Alice has 2 channels, one called Alice Thorpe, where she uploaded a video about what she learned about being at university, and on her additional vlogging channel called Alice Thorpe Vlogs, and good videos about her not living at university. The other YouTuber is the Jasmine from Jazzy Bum. I mean, there's another YouTuber I watch from called it like Jasmine Star, except Jasmine Star has got an E on the end of her name, but Jasmine from Jazzy Bum doesn't. And then Jazzy Bum's channel has a mixture of fun content, such as testing videos, routines and hauls, and I believe she even made a series of videos of the moving to a new apartment, so I should catch up on those, especially if I move to my new flat in March. Anyway, these are my favourite things of January, February, and March 2017. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And then please let me know in the comments down below what things you've enjoyed yourself in this quarter. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.